In a mind that's used to being in control, the last thing that it wants to offer is rest. Mind that's used to being in control does not want to offer silence. As silence is not the nature of the mind. In the midst of the silence, the mind feels as if it's being replaced or removed. Doesn't understand the nature of the heart. The mind will give you offerings and suggestions, more doing, there's things to fix, there's something else to chase. We need to. If we don't do this, this is going to happen. It creates an environment of fear. Because, of course, if this thing doesn't get done, then the world is going to end. All this week, I've kind of been just moving with the heart. But I knew that there was a lot of things that I could catch up on, could add to the business. A lot of listings that I could revamp. But for some reason, well, for the reason of peace and just love, the just wasn't there. The intention of getting that done just didn't come, and I was okay with that. Prior to me knowing myself, I would have been so annoyed by not getting all the things done that I thought needed to get done, or to do this or to do that. I just left it undone, and I was okay with that. There was new things I needed to add, and I just didn't add. There was a lot that could have been done. And usually there's a feeling of being dynamic where a lot of things are happening, where I get things done. I add listings, I revamp this or revamp that. But it just didn't come, and I was okay with it. In my thoughts, I had things that I knew that, oh yeah, that would increase the revenue for this or for that, and just didn't get it done. Well, it came time to do it, and I was already busy during the week. I just decided I'm just gonna rest. I'll watch a movie, or I'll do this or do that. Even when it came to going outside, I was just outside today, and the weather is gorgeous here in Houston. And I know it's going to be raining later on, I think today and maybe possibly tomorrow. But I just had the feeling of wanting to go back outside. It's almost like a flower that knows it's almost time to bloom. It's just that energy. Blossoming is just starting to bubble up again. That's usually when I'm a little bit more dynamic, when things are starting to happen a little bit more. But there is a season for everything. There's a season of rest, and it's okay to enjoy that rest and not get down on yourself because there's a lot of rest happening. This was my season of rest, and I just knew that there was a lot to be added to, and there was a lot that I could have done, a lot of ideas there, but I just rested, and I was okay with resting, and it didn't cause me any regret or shame, because the mind will tell you, oh, you're not doing anything, you're just laying there doing nothing, you got things to do, and choosing to do this or do that. I was okay with it because I don't see it anymore as losing time. Before, the mind would tell you, you're just wasting time. What is time? I mean, if I'm enjoying the moment resting, or if I'm enjoying the moment of creating It's all enjoying the moment. So what's one more than the other? There's something that's needed, I go get it. In terms of, adding on financial, whatever. I'm just saying it usually all comes anyway. It's nothing ever really needed. So I just choose to enjoy the moment. And whether that moment, whatever that moment looks like, I don't put judgment on it. I don't put restraints on there. There's no limitations. There's really no deadlines. If I make it in time for something, then it's made. But if it's not, that's okay too. I'm okay with just kind of going with the flow. More so than even, I would say, 6 months ago. I just found myself resting and being okay with that rest. And just kind of moving with ease. Because I can remember when I was young, I felt like, oh, there's some building that has to be done in order to enjoy this. You got to work hard. You got to da-da-da-da, la-la-la, Got to make sure there's so much money in the bank before I take a vacation. And now, not so much more. I'm okay if whatever the count says. And I find myself still going regardless. Or I find myself sitting even when there's enough, to do something else. I don't feel the need to fix anything anymore. This has to be fixed before I can relax, before I can enjoy a day, or I don't pile myself up with tasks to do. Even though I know there's things to do, I find myself just doing a lot. Before you know it, I'm like, wow, I got a lot done today. I didn't, intend on anything, but it just happened. As I'm doing something, if something comes up, well, I'll take care of that too. Then once I'm completed with that, I go to the next task that I feel like. Or if I feel like sitting down, I'm okay with sitting down, and that's all fine. I am okay with the moment. And so that pretty much came up, just being okay with the moment. If it doesn't get done, it's okay. Not allowing the mind to put judgment on anything. If there's something you want to create, it's fine with creating that. But if you want to let go of it, that's fine too. So really, nothing really came up today. I guess that's what came up, but kind of sat in front of the camera and there was no real intention to get any point across, and maybe that's how it sounds on the video, but I thought I better sit here anyway and just give what I have. But it seems like something wants to come up. I'm just not quite. Yeah, the mind will have you scattering from one task to the next, feeling guilty about the things you said needed to get done and it didn't. It will have you running helter-skelter from one environment to the next, one experience to the next, neglecting that quiet voice that just says to rest, or doing things when you don't really feel like doing them. I know there's sometimes things like maybe need to get done, like you need to put gas in the car, of course. You may not want to stop by the the gas station, but in order to make it home in that vehicle, it needs to have gas in it. Those things, yes. I mean, that's understandable, but it's okay to rest without judgment, without feeling like, well, you deserve certain things need to be done um, for you to reap the benefits of this deservingness. Maybe it's money. You need to work this 50 hours so you can, have all this money, this wealth, this rich, this fame, whatever it is. But it's okay to let go too. It's okay to let go without feeling judgmental about that, without putting any stipulations or qualifying it in any way, It's okay for the heart to be led by the heart and not the mind. Led by that intuitive nature that is always okay, content with the moment. That our actions not are led by a need or a desire or a judgment, but just by the moment, the spirit of love and in peace and truth. So that's what came up today. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. Remember that you are beautiful and I love you.